One elderly woman is sitting alone in the dark and the extreme heat after last week's storm knocked out her power and damaged some of the critical wiring in her home. Her neighbor turned to Action 13 for help, and tonight reporter Luke Jones is live with their story. Luke?
And at this point, she's the only one on this street still without power. Centerpoint says even if they wanted to turn the power on, they couldn't because there's serious issues with her wiring and her weatherhead. That needs to be repaired, and as the homeowner, it's her responsibility. Her neighbor called us, and then just before our report at 6 o'clock tonight, set up this GoFundMe page. And a few short 4 hours later, look, we're at over $8,000.
I know there's a fee.
For 7 long days, Amy Dominguez waited patiently. Then Thursday, the lights finally flickered on at most homes on her street, except for hers and her 89-year-old neighbors.
This one tree fell and just pulled both of our breaker boxes and our meters off the wall.
Dominguez called an electrician and had her damage fixed for around $700. But when it came to her elderly neighbor,
the wiring of her house, he says, doesn't look like it had been updated since they built it. So he's all like, she's looking in the thousands.
Centerpoint confirms the weatherhead and wiring need repairs before they can turn the power on. And they tell us what they told the homeowner, who's asking to remain anonymous.
It's your responsibility. You take care of it.
But with a fixed income and a 70-year-old home to look after, she says she can't afford the unexpected expense.
All the money I've saved all the years, well, it's disappearing.
Leaving her to swelter in 90-degree temperatures.
I'm usually just sitting outside in the shade.
As her neighbors watch helplessly.
Like, I cannot watch her as the weather gets hotter to be without electricity.
Dominguez started a GoFundMe account, and she's hoping to get some eyes on it.
And so I was like, well, let me just reach out to ABC 13 News.
Because after 70 years in this house,
I have no neighbors that I used to have. They're all gone.
It may be total strangers who have to come to her aid.
She's already been out with, more than a week without power. I can't imagine her doing this forever. And I'm like, what could I do to help?
In Spring Branch, Luke Jones, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.